guys, welcome back to the channel, Yacht Crafter. My name's Julie and today I have got my August plans video. So I am going to be using my new planner that I showed you guys in a previous floss tube that was very generously sent to me from Danielle, and some of the cronies sent me some stickers, so thank you very much for that. So yes, I am going to start using this for my planner now. So my August plans then. So I have been considering for a while which designer or somebody to use, and I have gone with Soda Stitch for this month. So I have looked through my projects for which to use for the Glamorous 3 game that I play on the Stitchy Stitches Facebook group. So I have picked 3 Soda Stitch patterns, and then a little bit later in the video I am going to share with you some new plans which were also an idea from Stitchy Stitches on YouTube, a video that she did at the very beginning of her floss tube videos. So let's get started. So first of all, we need to pick the magical creature. So let's have a look in the tub. So mix it up a bit and see what magical creature we have got for this time. So we have Fluffy. Fluffy was Hagrid's 3-headed dog, yes. So Fluffy. So we need to get some stickers. So I'm going to be using one of the new sticker books that I got sent from the cronies. So this is the Happy Planner classic sticker sheets, and it's got 2,862 pieces. Yes, so I have gone with this sheet here. So we're going to leave the first 3 days because the first weekend in every month I put aside for diamond painting, another craft that I do. So I'm going to be starting this Monday the 4th. So let's look for the F. I'm going to take the sheet out. So find the F up here. So F. We need an L. We need a U. It's down here. Another F. Another F. And then we want a Y. It's down here. We're going to put that one, leave the weekend there. We're going to put the Y into there. So put those there. So let's find pen. So pieces that I have picked are Honey Delivery from Soda Stitch, Tulip Delivery from Soda Stitch, and then also Chocolate Delivery from Soda Stitch. So let's have a look and see if let me find those. I can show you. So this one is Honey Delivery. So can I link any of those? We could put the flowers in, the flowers for the first gnome there. Flowers, Honey Delivery. So let's have a look at another one. Then we have Chocolate Delivery. Can we put any of those in? Not that I can see straight away. No. What was the other one? Was it Tulip Delivery? No. Yeah. Tulip Delivery. So I'm going to put that in over here again for the flowers. And flowers. Tulip Delivery. And again, flowers. Tulip Delivery. So we've got the U, the Y, and the L. So what others? I'm not sure yet. I don't know. Right, so I will think about those and then put those in when I think what other soda stitches I might work on. So I could work on book delivery, I could work on Gnome Wars, so any other soda stitches. So we're going to put in the magical creature. Magical creature is Fluffy. It's Hagrid's three-headed dog. I'm going to put designer for the designer of the month. Stitches. So I could work on any soda stitches over the month. So I need to make sure I put that in the pot away properly. So I need to put down the excuse me, Glamorous 3. Glamorous 3. So first we have honey delivery. And then I need to make my post after I've done this video. So the next, chocolate delivery, and then we have tulip delivery. So that's the Glamorous 3 set. That's the magical creature done. So next I need to talk to you about some new plans that were inspired by Sisky Stitches. So like I said at the beginning of her floss tube, at the start of her videos, so it was floss tube for the weekend edition. So if you've seen it, you already know what's coming. She had an idea to get her children more involved with her stitches, with her projects and picking them. So she had the idea of linking her projects to subjects in magical school. So basically going to magic school. So I am going to magic school. I have linked some of my projects to the subjects that were taught at magic school. And like I said, I first saw this on Sisky's video, so I will link Sisky below and that particular video. So like I said, it was Floss Tube 4, the weekend edition. So as soon as she was planning this, I was getting myself ready. I had picked some plans for some of the things that she was saying in her videos, some of the whips that I would link to the lessons and things that she was talking about. So after she didn't decide to carry on with it, so I messaged her not too long ago, it was maybe a month or two ago, and asked if I could use the idea or take some inspiration from the idea and, you know, adapt it to the way I stitch. And she gracefully said yes, go for it. So let's start. So like I said, I have been planning and making ideas, and yes. So let's start. So I got my letter from Hogwarts. Well, not from Hogwarts, but from Magic School. So it says, "Dear Julie, we are pleased to inform you that you have a place at Wizard School. Below you will find a list of books and equipment that you will need. Tomorrow, somebody will meet you at the play park. Yours sincerely, Magic School." I'm not doing a great no. So tomorrow I have got to go and meet somebody over at the play park who will help me get my books and equipment to go to Magic School. So I have my supply list. So these are some of the whips that I am going to be working on this month. So for the uniform, I am going to work on Harry Potter gnomes. And I will try my best to show you what those are going to look like. I have the projects out, but I would rather show you what these are going to look like. So for the uniform and for my wand, I am going to be working on Harry Potter gnomes. So we've got all the uniforms, they're all dressed, and this gnome at the front here has got her wand. So that is going to be for the uniforms and the wand. So my wand. Then we have the books. So books and all equipment. Let me find it. So this one is book delivery. So again by Soda Stitchers. So book delivery. So these are going to be for my books. Then for the cauldron and the potion ingredients, I am going to work on Lady Halloween. And this is from Jardin Privé. So this is Lady Halloween. And yes, she has a cauldron here. And then she also has all the bottles and potion ingredients. So that is going to be for the cauldron and the potions. And then last but not least, my pet. So I have picked a cat for my pet. So my plan is to work on Witchwood Express, artwork by Lisa Parker, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. So you can see the different cats on there. So my original thought was to work on Mini Hocus Pocus, you know, with the cat with the wand in its mouth. I was going to work on that one, but then I decided to change my mind because I didn't know what type of cat I wanted, which colour cat I wanted. So I picked Witchwood Express. So those are the projects that I am going to work on. So I'm going to collect my supplies. So then in September, I am going to start my journey to magic school. So I'm going to be working on Witchwood Express again, the train to go to magic school. And then I am going to start linking my projects. So those were my original notes from when Siski made her video, but I have then since sorted it. So what do I mean by linking my projects? So I have just linked one project to each subject. I have picked 10 subjects. Just like Siski did, I googled the magic lessons. So I have picked 10 of the projects. So for astronomy class, I have picked Shooting Star by Carolyn Manning. For charms class, I have picked Mini Hocus Pocus, again the cat with the wand in her mouth. Potions, I have picked Lady Halloween because of the cauldron and yeah, what I've just shown you. Herbology, I have picked the Cozy Lane Sampler from Erin Elizabeth Designs. So all the plants and things like that on the Cozy Lane sampler. Then History of Magic, I have picked to work on Dumbledore's Library, the one from the Cross Stitch Studio, the big piece, the 800 by 800. Then for Defence Against the Dark Arts, I have picked a project that I think looks like the Weasley house. So later on in the books and the films, the Weasley house became the headquarters for the Order of the Phoenix. So I have picked Fantasy House by Artisa. Care of Magical Creatures, I have picked the Fantasy Greenhouse by Fantasy Greenhouse. Tiny Modernist. It was the stitch along. The fantastical greenhouse. Then Transfiguration, I have picked a Christmas piece. So this is Christmas Fireplace, again from Artisa. And basically the living room, the cosy fireplace was all transformed for Christmas. So the Christmas tree went up and all the decorations, so transformation. Flying Lessons, I have picked Tonight We Ride by Autumn Lane Stitchery. Yes, Tonight We Ride from Autumn Lane Stitchery. And then I have picked a subject that I'm not very sure on, Ancient Ruins. So I have basically picked a Quaker. So either Autumn is as joyful, Autumn is as joyful, Spring Quaker. You know, the Quakers from Lila Studio. So maybe the one for the season, the one for the month that we're in, I might change to the different Quakers for that season. You know, spring, summer, autumn, winter. So yeah, Ancient Ruins, I have basically thought of Quakers and those motifs and letters, and yeah, Ancient Ruins. So yeah, those are the 10 subjects that I picked, and I have only picked one project for each. So when I come to the 18th here, I am going to start picking out of the tin these projects. So it's just going to be randomly picked. So I have all the bits of paper, all the 10 projects, and I will just pick one out starting on the 18th, which will then finish on the 29th. So I just work during the week on those. The weekends I just pick whatever I fancy to stitch on. But yeah, like I said, the idea was originally from Sisky Stitchers, and yeah, I messaged her and okayed it with her that I could use the idea and adapt it. So yeah, she was very gracious to allow me to do that. But yeah, so I am going to be starting magic school. So like I said, tomorrow I have got to go and meet I think no, they didn't give me a name. They just said go to the play park and somebody will meet you to help you to get your supplies for magic school. So yes, I am very, very excited. So I'm going to be carrying on with the magical creature, and we will just see how these plans for magic school work out going forward. So as I finish things, I will replace projects, but yeah, as you can see, most of them are pretty big, and yeah, so those are going to be my August plans. So yeah, tell me what you think down below. I'm a little bit nervous. Very a little bit nervous. But anyway, I am going to let you guys go and move on to your next video. So remember, guys, in a world where you can bet anything, be kind. Bye, guys.